What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the SmokedHam Podcast. I'm here today with
Killbot.
Yay! That sounded so weird when we said that. All right, what should we talk about?
Man, um, I really don't know.
All right, good
We'll
episode.
start off.
Well,
Hang on, give me a minute.
I know we gotta think of another something game TV idea.
Have we done chapter 3, season 4 yet?
Probably not. I just have to go through try to find what episodes those are, and then get those, or I should say, streams. So we just finished filming a video titled. It's gonna probably be like a best SmokedHam K1LLB0T or the SmokedHam Archive.
I think we should do reacts.
Yeah, like reaction videos. We should definitely do those.
Yeah.
I think that'd be actually a good one. Like a lot of people don't know what we have in our archives because it's not really made as for the public. It probably still won't be for the public. Kind of something we keep private that we'll go through and I'm like, look at that video. And I think we should probably definitely do something like that. It would be pretty cool. Because we just made like almost a damn near 2 hour private video of just going through and watching videos, streams, clips, all that. So that'd be a fun one to watch actually.
Yeah.
Um,
Hey, you want to know something fun?
Hmm.
I just looked up on our channel. The last time we did a podcast episode was 11 months ago.
Yep. June
Almost a year.
2nd.
So a year later.
Yeah, so a year later, we're doing another episode. And it makes so much sense.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Very. Well, it needs to be like a weekly thing. Like the original idea was supposed to be weekly,
Yeah,
but then
we keep saying like, oh yeah, we make it a weekly thing, but then stuff happens and we
stuff.
just forget about it.
Yeah, and also like don't know if anyone's available and stuff like that. Scheduling
Yeah,
is always one of those things that's a bitch. Well, it also doesn't
yeah,
help. You have to wake up like 4 in the morning too. On like what
yep,
Thursdays and Fridays.
yep,
I get up at 4 in the morning on like Mondays and Tuesdays, so you tell. Like Sunday night, I can't do jack shit 'cause I gotta go to sleep and get or go to bed kind of a little bit early. That way I get enough sleep that I should wake up in the morning and go to work. Then when you come home,
yeah. I usually,
you're just being tired and dry. Like, I just want to go to bed.
yeah,
But so it's like those
I
days
usually
just
try and get, I usually try and get 5.5, maybe 4 hours of sleep.
I try to get at least 8 almost. That way,
Damn,
that's like my
going
normal
to bed
sleep.
at like 4 in the afternoon.
So my normal bed's like, well, you do this. So let's say I get up at 6:45, roughly if I work. Let's say I work at 8, I get up at 6:45. And so you do 8 hours minus that, so I have to go to bed at or before 10:45.
That's
Hmm.
not bad. I do have something I want to kind of announce.
He's getting married.
Hmm, I
You,
wish.
you're getting married.
No,
You're
not
getting
really.
married to Anna,
No,
Lily.
no.
You know she's. I think she's married actually.
Good. I don't have to deal with her no more. But no, I've been thinking about kind of doing like a parody thing.
Parody. Who you?
Yeah,
Okay. Who are you gonna parody? Like who are you gonna
so I don't know if you know the Angry Grandpa channel.
Yep.
Kind of do like a 5, 10 video series, just kind of like paying homage or kind of like impersonating him, because I think it'd be funny or something fun to do.
I think it actually would be. Like, we could actually have that stuck as a little series and just see how it goes. And then if we want to expand it, so that we could. You can kind
Yeah,
of.
I
I
think.
think it would really definitely expand on the IRL content wise. One thing to
Yeah,
stay away from is like the guy worked at my store, you work at your place, Ethan works at his place.
yeah.
If
I'd
we
stay away from those places.
say that way one, you're not kind of like doxing yourself almost. People go there, find out who you are, all that stuff. That's like the one thing I want to try to always avoid, just because safety reasons too. You don't want people on what their agendas is. But I don't know, kind of something that we really good, really considered. Um,
Yeah, I think it'd be fun.
at the one I
We
went,
just have to come up with ideas and, I think before like we'd release like the first video, we'd make like all the videos and then release them
cast them as a series, and
weekly.
yeah, but
Yeah, that way like we could all watch through them, and if we don't really care to do it, then we can just not release them.
yeah, see how the first one does, then kind of go from there. Um, I remember there was one time I was on the computer because I have like a Blu-ray disc player, so I had some Blu-ray discs. I was gonna burn some, and one time I'm like, I want to make a SmokedHam game pay-per-view disc. Let's see which one I can do. I was gonna make a Blu-ray copy of the William Eric versus Josh pay-per-view just because there's so much content. Like I thought I was able to get almost everything on there. Like I had a custom menu, I had the kickoff round, I had the actual pay-per-view, I actually had the trailer. I even had Williams POV. I'm like, well, shit, if it's on this disc, and I realized burning wise takes a lot more, so I'm like, fuck. But
Hmm.
physical media is one thing that. Now, what's your opinion? Do you think physical media will be around much longer, or is it all just be digital?
I think it's gonna be both.
Now, what do you
Might as well
prefer?
keep it around. I prefer both, either or, whichever one works.
So, like, for me personally, I'm more towards offense physical. Digital is convenient. If you're going to watch a movie, find what stream coverage on, get on there, and boom, you're good there. You don't have to go through try to find a disc,
Yeah.
make sure it's not scratched. But the thing is, too, like video games, okay, when people say, oh, I pre ordered a game, okay. So you pre ordered a digital game. Wow, what are they going to do? Run out? Like, it's just one of those things that kind of like, okay, if you're pre ordering like a physical game, okay, you bought it, you're just waiting for it to come out so you can go pick it up. That makes sense. That makes total perfect sense. If you're doing a digital game, it makes no sense at all. And it's also
Yeah.
one of those too. If you're looking at streaming services, say you have a movie library with one company, next you know the company goes under, gets sold to a different company, and your stuff's just gone. Your library is like gone forever. Physical, you
Hmm.
own almost forever. Unless you own like until you access the input and then a DVD player, Blu-ray player, whatever. But like you own it forever. It's in your collection. Like you own a little copy of it. Online, you don't have to own a copy, and it more depends on that
Yeah.
platforms. Are they gonna be around? Are they not? All new platforms come out like Netflix. Well, Netflix has been around for a while, but Paramount Plus coming out, Peacock, Disney Plus, Hulu. It's getting bigger now. Like it's all just gonna. You have each company like fucking CNN or CNBC has their own streaming service now.
Hmm.
Yeah, like a news one, CNBC Plus. It's like $14.99 a month. So I'm like, okay, first of all, no one's gonna buy that. If you're gonna make a streaming service for that, you should actually kind of bundle that into Peacock Premium since you already have a streaming service for that. No one's gonna buy specifically a news oriented streaming service. Kind of like Fox
Yeah.
Nation is more like Fox News. Like I would say more towards like Republican ones. That's more
Hmm.
geographic. So you have like cops on there. You have I think Duck Dynasty is on there. But like they also have news shows. They also have I think original shows that target more the male audience. So okay, that's kind of fine. They're having mixed content. Well, yeah, what was you gonna see? Like CNN had streamers for a little bit. CNN Plus. One fun fact: that thing died in a month
Hmm.
because well, when they launched it, this is also when Discovery was also merged with Warner Brothers or Warner Bros. Or Warner Media to form Warner Brothers Discovery. So you're watching CNN Plus. Well, here's the thing. So now you have three streaming services from the same company. Okay, that makes no fucking sense. And to where they rebranded HBO Max to Max after the merge with Discovery Plus because they're going to get rid of Discovery Plus. But then it said, you know what? We'll keep it. So you have your shows on two streaming services, which makes no sense. Just have it on one. You're one company, just have yourself on one platform. Like, that's what I don't understand with Disney. You have Disney Plus, you have ESPN Plus, you have Hulu. Just make one big service. Like, Hulu
Yeah.
is good with ESPN Plus. Like, Hulu is good with that because you can go through, you can find sports on ESPN Plus through like a regular channel guide. So I'm like, okay, that's good. Like, if I'm gonna watch a movie, I'm gonna watch Disney Plus through who I don't want to go to Disney Plus and then try to find it. Oh, yeah, that's more of a hassle. Also, you know exactly what you're looking for, perfect, but like that's sucks. And then I think one thing that a lot of people got pissed off with like WWE wrestling wise. So they have one show Monday Night Raw, which was always on cable, always on USA for the longest time, or Spike TV in the early 2000s. They moved to Netflix
Hmm.
this year in like a 10-year, I think $5 billion deal. Which you know, money wise, yeah, it's good for the company, but you're also looking at this. Okay, well, it's one of those. Do you want viewership or do you want money? Do you want people watching the product or do you want just the money? Because
Yeah.
people always got it for free because it's part of cable. A lot of times we got got to pay for cable and stuff, but like people got it for free kind of thing. It's not free TV. Well, now you actually have to pay. Well, I noticed when we watched like I think the first episode or first few episodes of Netflix was you only have I think two TVs the same live event at the same time. On like the 15.99 bundle. I'm like, okay, so on the next one you go up to like 22.49 whatever, you can watch whatever. I'm like, really? I'm
Hmm.
like, well, my brother wants to watch it, my mom wants to watch it, I want to watch it, we're all on the bed so we can watch it in our own rooms. Like, okay. I just pay like $7 upcharge for that, but I'm like, seriously? I understand, that whole thing. One thing I'm working on making right now is or I kind of have set up right now. It's a Plex. It's like a home media server where I have like my own collection. So we're working on ripping DVDs, which is legal because I'm using it for my own personal use on my home network. So don't get me, government. But so if you need power like your main copy of movies and use it for own personal use at home and not distributing it, you're fine. If you're ripping them online, that's a different story. But I'm doing it in my house. That way, any device connected to my network can access the movies and all that stuff, and it's kind of like nice. It's a little thing where if you're in the house, you have like a little server you can watch old movies on, and it's just one of those things where you don't have to worry about going to try to find a media server, or I should say a streaming platform try to find something, all that. So that's what I'm working. Because we have like two big tubs just full of DVDs on storage, and not a lot of us have DVD players. Like my parents' room don't have one. My room has a PS4, but to my TV, and I have a Xbox to go to my gaming area. Other living room has a PS5. My brother just has the TV and a I think Chromecast or something, or yeah, he has an Xbox. But like, not a lot of us have DVD players. We have consoles that do the same thing. But kind of like
Yeah.
having a device on your home network you can access from any device connected to that said network makes it convenient, which kind of like the streaming part. But it's also you gotta look at the network. Can your network handle it? Too, like can your network handle multiple people on the same thing at the same time? That's the other question part. Especially when you're
Yeah.
streaming, like while I was streaming games for a while, we had to actually upgrade our internet up one. And because in our area they only do like 50 megabit with AT&T, phone line DSL. So it's one of those like, okay, it works great. I even tell them like, hey, it's not just for me, it's for all of us too. We're streaming
Hmm.
TVs, we're doing all that. It works great. It's also like my room too.
I don't know, but I found these results on Zip.
Shut the fuck
I'll tell
up.
that bitch to shut up.
I was gonna say, but like my room is
Hmm.
everything's hooked up wired, unless like it's my phone or I think that's just my phone and maybe my sound bar. This is room cool, but my main TV is actually hooked up wired. And the reason for that is just because I'm actually directly connected to the router. Well, I have to go through a switch and then to the router. That's how my, bedroom network set. That way everything's directly connected to the
Mm-hmm.
router. I have a good connection. There's nothing. Then I had a Wi-Fi extender in my parents' room, which actually helped. So I got one at a garage sale to see if that would work. And I thought it was working at first. And then I noticed it started interfering with the actual Wi-Fi, where like, devices were going offline, TVs weren't playing. I'm like, oh, it's not plugged. But next thing else started working. I'm like, okay, I'm going to have to look into this. So I'm like, why the hell is the Wi-Fi extender interfering? Then I put on the new one, had made some problems at the beginning, but like it was working perfectly fine afterwards. So I'm like, okay. So I'm like, that's a weird one. So anything you want to talk about, PJ?
No, I think that's about all I got for tonight.
Hey, you gotta go to bed. You gotta work in the morning.
Yeah,
Well, it doesn't help they push. Well, our free recovery is Mondays and Tuesdays, but because of Memorial Day, yeah, pushed back a day.
ah,
So yeah, so I had to wake up 4:45 on Tuesday morning, which is normal. Well, 4:45 this morning, so it's like, ugh.
yeah,
So, hey guys, listen to this podcast episode. We'll be back sometime. I don't want to say next week because we might not be. I'm not 100% sure yet on a set schedule. Hell, if we do like 10-minute episodes, we can find anything to talk about. Really.
yeah.
So, thank you guys for listening. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys. We'll see you guys another time.